Hi there everybody, Irish Fae Prince Killian here again, and I apologize that my Tree of the Month video that was posted didn't have any audio. I could have sworn that it did while I was editing it, so I'm really sorry about that, and I'm going to go ahead and power through the information again, so that way you still have it. So I'm so sorry about that. So, like I had said, or like I was going with, you know, kind of like a Russian theme with tarragon, or the herb of the month. I wanted to kind of stick with that with the tree of the month, so I went with birch. And I have a really cool log out here of some birch. I'll show you guys a little more up close in a little bit, but so one of the reasons why I chose birch one of the reasons why I went with birch as like a Russian tie was because I found this really cool story about Baba Yaga, and I'm hoping that I'm saying that right, but it was said that she lived in a forest of birch trees, and I personally feel like she had a very low-key kind of like energy to her, because you never knew, from what I read, you never knew if she was going to help you if you sought her out, or if she was going to flat out screw you over. But I just thought she sounded so awesome and interesting, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So, so again, Baba Yaga lives in a birch tree forest. So focusing on birch, birch is, when it comes to gender, it's more so feminine energy. And also this tree is sacred to many deities. Let's see, so many Irish, Celtic goddesses and gods also are associated with birch. I'm so sorry, the sun's in my eyes, so I'm kind of having a hard time seeing my notes here. Breed and Lugh. So the goddess Breed and the god Lugh, they are oftentimes associated with birch, as well as a few other Celtic deities, and I'll put these in the notes for you guys, in the notes down below, so just check that out. And some Scottish deities, as well as Welsh and Germanic, Greek, Nordic, and Roman. So I will include those notes down below in the video, or so you guys can, you know, jot those down. Let's see, the primary elemental force in birches is air, and then I've also seen water. So I mean, I tend to feel that it definitely is both, but I've seen either or. And anyway, these gorgeous trees, they are oftentimes like these beautiful white, like stark white, tall trees, and it's like before they, you know, start drying out like this birch is, it almost looks to me like they are these white bandages wrapped around the tree, and that's interesting. I found that interesting, that I always thought that as a kid, because we had a really beautiful like white birch tree in our front yard that I've had some really powerful spiritual experiences with. But anyway, I always associated it with healing, because it gave me a lot of healing. And then later becoming a witch, or well, not becoming a witch, but realizing I was a witch, and then, you know, teaching myself and all this, I found that one of the main correspondences of birch is healing. So let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some of the correspondences. So birch also corresponds to resurrection, rebirth, and renewal. If you have had like a very steep fall in any way in your life, birch is a great tree to help you tap into how you can bounce back from things. And I personally feel that at least in my case, the deeper I tend to fall, the higher I tend to rise right after. Maybe not right after, but after. So let's see. Also, restored or reignited senses of hope and vigor. So it's a great tree if you are struggling with depression. And like I said, with my herb video and my gemstone video, please, please, please know that this is not a cure for anything. This is not a medical treatment of any kind. Don't ever supplement, or not supplement, but don't ever replace what you're doing with your doctor with this stuff. Please talk to them before you do anything, you know, with your care plan. But these things can assist you. They can help boost your strength, you know, your strength in these areas, so that you can, I guess, more effectively, you know, work for things that you want to see in your life. So let's see, going back to the notes, life after death, strength, fertility, warding, devotion, psychic protection, protection in general, really, moon magic, labor and delivery, channeling emotion, cleansing, purification, exorcisms, new beginnings, and youth. And then I also have found from personal use that Birch makes really, really powerful runes. So if you're into making your own rune set, I would say, you know, consider using some Birch. And if you don't want to make it, I'm sure they sell them somewhere. The ones I've used were a friend of mine's set. Let's see. Also, Wheel of the Year wise, our ancestors typically used Birch during Imbolc, and that was, also Beltane. And I also was reading that during Samhain, Birch is a very common wood to make a broom out of, and that our ancestors used that to sweep negative entities or energies or spirits out of their homes. So, that's what I have today for Birch, and I wanted to show you real quick a little. They're really pretty tree. And they come in different types. So anyway, it was awesome hanging out with you guys, and I hope that you got a lot out of this video. If you would like to learn more about magic and spirituality, then you could consider signing up for my Patreon. It's at www.patreon.com/hallowedhighlands, and I'll put the link below. I love teaching this stuff. I'm a high priest, I'm a teacher, I'm a healer, current Reiki student. I just got my first attunement, and I'm just so excited to be teaching full time. This is what I want to be doing as my job, and thank you to my patrons that I have right now and future patrons for everything that you're doing, because you are supporting me in not just providing you better content, but helping me on my own spiritual path and growth. So thank you for that. I really appreciate you guys. So I hope you guys have a good day, and see you again soon. Bye.